And now, Friday Football Fever on SNN. Sponsored by Renewal by Anderson.
All right. Renewal by Anderson. Hello and welcome to Friday Football Fever, everybody. I'm Don Brennan. Gia Lancey is off tonight. Yes, Friday night during football season, but hey, it's her bridal shower in Chicago and her boyfriend's birthday. Now, the Venice Indians are 1-1 through 3 weeks of the season. This is our game of the week. Their rematch with the Miami Northwestern Bulls was canceled due to lightning 2 weeks ago. So they've only played
and now,
2 games.
Plays of the Week on SNN.
Yes. Well, that's Plays of the Week, but that's not Game of the Week. This is Game of the Week. Jordan Ingman has the Port Charlotte Pirates at 3-0 as they came north to the cauldron that is Powell Davis Stadium. A somber moment as the parents of Leah Germanowski passed away recently. They were the ceremonial coin tossers. First drive and a bad snap handcuffs Logan Flaherty. They would not recover. Venice takes the punt in great field position. Dorian Jones gets a nice chunk. Then he keeps his footing right there and punches it in to make it 6-0 Venice. Yes, first quarter. Penalty-filled drive did not thwart the Pirates, but when I say penalty-filled, it was unbelievable. It did slow them down, however. Here, a 40-yard run by Flaherty as he weaves his way down inside the 10, but it's called back. Yes, about 12 penalties in the first quarter for Port Charlotte alone. One ref had an itchy trigger finger. I don't get it. Flag almost every other play, but then Flaherty gets back in the saddle, airs it out for 45 yards to Dallas Lambert, and they are back in business, and Flaherty would keep it himself, take it in from 25 yards out. Nice run, just bobbing and weaving, taking it to the house. So they were tied at 6 because both teams missed their extra point. The ensuing drive, Venice blocked Port Charlotte's ensuing drive first play, and Venice fumbles, and Dayron Gonzalez recovers it. Port Charlotte is inside the 10. Yes. However, another bunch of penalties. One key pass interference on Venice, but there were a bunch of penalties on Port Charlotte inside the 10. Yes, they couldn't go forward. They were going backwards, but there they get the pass interference. And there was another penalty that kept this touchdown pass from being a touchdown because a penalty was called. You see what the pattern is here. It was like a Booker game last year. You know what I'm saying? So the Pirates settle for a field goal to make it 9-6. They were up. Venice would start driving as Sean Long finds Tyree Mannings for a couple of first downs. Then Alex Schaefer going to keep it himself. Yes. There's Tyree Mannings throwing it down to Tyree. And then Schaefer keeps it himself. And he goes in, but you saw the flag behind him. Another flag negates a touchdown. They would miss the field goal on that drive. They were down 9-6 when they did so, but they would go up 29-16. They gathered themselves. Port Charlotte whittled it down at the end, but Venice wins it 29-22. First loss of the season for the Pirates. Now, other scores from Suncoast teams. Booker won big over Naples, 42-0. Southeast won big as well. Palmetto won big over Parrish. The Riverview Rams winning in a rout. A lot of big scores tonight. Bayshore squashing Braden River, and Cardinal Mooney burying Berkeley Prep. Manatee lost to Gainesville Buchholz. Northport they won 28-7, and Sarasota was losing 10-0 at the half in Tampa. There were weather delays, and I'm not even sure if they did not postpone it at this point, but it still says it's 10-0 at the half with Tampa Gibbs leading Sarasota. All right, as always, thanks to Joey D's Chicago-style eateries for feeding the fever, baby. Feed the fever, starve the cold, or vice versa, whatever. They feed the fever, and they feed the SNN Friday Football Fever crew. We appreciate them. They have 4 locations: Venice, Sarasota, Bradenton, and Palmetto. Tommy, Johnny, Stephanie, Bobby, and Mike. We like the girl. Who cares who you like? What was that song? Was that the New Kids on the Block? All right, well, that's all there is. There is no more for tonight's Friday Football Fever on SNN. Have a great weekend, everybody, and look forward to the Fever again next Friday night in its entirety.
Friday Football Fever.